What is going on, my people? We are finally back again, bro. Hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. You done already, family. Gal's favorite is back again, bro. Here to review everything that went down during match day 28 in the Premier League. Some of the topics that we will touch on in this video include Arsenal's emphatic 4-1 victory against Crystal Palace to take them 8 points clear at the top of the table. We also had Chelsea drawing 2-2 to Everton. Everton getting a goal like in the 80-something minute. Absolutely astonishing. And then Tottenham Hotspur drawing 3-3 with Southampton. James Ward-Prowse coming clutch at the death of that game. We also had some FA Cup madness with Man United versus Fulham. 3 sending offs. And then Haaland scoring a hat-trick, fam, in his game against Burnley. Loads of goals, fam, for just one week. We're going to touch on all that stuff, fam. But before we do, like always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and let's get it cracking, bro. So there's really only one place to start, and that was on Friday, March 17th, when Nottingham Forest took on Newcastle. Newcastle, they done well to get the 3 points. Isak came clutch in that game, scoring that odd volley, but a good goal, and then coming clutch 90+ minutes to score the winning penalty. I think Nottingham Forest were a bit unlucky not to at least get a draw. They should have shown a little bit more quality, should have showed a little bit more discipline, and they definitely would have got at least a point out of this game. But it be what it be. Newcastle, they kept their heads cool, and they saw this one out, fam, and I would say they deserve the 3 points. We then head over to our next fixture, which took place on Saturday, March 18th. A very good game between Brentford and Leicester City. I went for a 0-0 draw in this game, and it was a 1-1 draw. I think Brentford should have definitely gotten 3 points out of this game, but it be what it be. The attack wasn't really there on the day. They were creating some decent chances, but couldn't put them away. Harvey Barnes doing his thing, getting them, drawing it. I'm telling you, very close game. Leicester City did not look the part. They were taking shots, like they were creating chances, but I wasn't really convinced. For me, the thing is that Brentford, they had all the possession but couldn't really do anything with it, and that was very disappointing to see. We also saw Brentford get a red card towards the diamond, like 90+ minute of this game, and unfortunately I think that's going to hurt them going into the next game. Moving on, we head over to the St. Mary's Stadium where Southampton took on Tottenham Hotspur. A 3-3 draw in this game. I was not surprised as I went for a 1-0 win for Southampton. I knew Southampton would put in a job against these men. Che Adams, Theo Walcott, and James Ward-Prowse coming clutch in this game. They did their thing, fam. Harry Kane, I can't lie, he scored a good goal. Then they were playing okay, fam, but they absolutely threw the game away. They should have won this game, fam. They had a comfortable enough lead to, see the game out, but it be what it be, fam. Southampton, they made the most of the opportunities, fam. The goals weren't high caliber, in all due respect. They weren't the craziest of goals, but hey, they did their thing and they got a draw. 1 point, fam. That is a precious 1 point for Southampton. I had a good feeling about Theo Walcott scoring, considering that he's ex-Arsenal. This guy just had to score against Tottenham. After that, we head over to Villa Park where Aston Villa took on Bournemouth. And Aston Villa, fam, they pinned Bournemouth to the wall like a red light district team, bro. Put them in an absolute spliff. A 3-0 win for Aston Villa, bro. I actually went for a 0-0 draw in this game, but it was the exact opposite of that, fam. Jacob Ramsey doing his thing. Douglas Luiz doing his thing as well. Emiliano Buendia. I think Aston Villa, they actually played pretty well. An absolute world-class save from Emiliano Martinez, fam. What a save, fam. That should have been a goal from Billing, but Martinez, fam, I mean, that was a really good save, bro, if you know, like that. Bournemouth on the day did not look the part, fam. They never had a clue, but I did think Billing was one of the better players on the day. He really was trying everything he could, but the players around him weren't really helping him out, fam. He was really the only one doing what he could, and I mean, it's a team sport, fam. One player can't do everything, and it be what it be, fam. I think Aston Villa were very deserving of the 3 points. And yeah, fam, they done well. After that, we head over to the Molineux Stadium where Wolves took on Leeds United. A very controversial game, this one, a 4-2 win for Leeds United, fam. But I don't know, fam. The goal, there were some pretty decent goals in this game. Some decent goals. I saw some stuff that was nice. Very close game, very entertaining game this was. But the referee, for me, kind of ruined this game. Maybe you guys have seen the incident. Let me know if you have in the comments down below. But there was this incident when Adama Traore, he was getting pulled by the shirt. I forgot who it was, what Leeds player it was. I can't put my finger on it, who it was. It might have been Somerville. I can't remember, but he was like tugging Adama Traore's shirt, and Traore was looking at the ref like, "Are you gonna call it? Are you gonna call it?" And the ref never called for a foul. I don't think it was a card. Definitely wasn't a card, but it should have been a free kick in Wolves' favor, I reckon. But Adama, for whatever reason, he stops, he waves his arms at the ref, completely loses sight of the ball, and then Somerville, he counterattacks, fam, takes the ball, runs up the pitch, passes it to, I forgot his name, Rodrigo, and Rodrigo gets a goal, which was a great finish. But for me, fam, that should have not counted, fam. It was a clear foul on Traore, fam. It should have been a free kick. For me, this ruined it because I think had that goal not been given to Leeds, I reckon Wolves could have at least gotten a draw out of this game. But as soon as that goal went in, they knew it was over, fam. One goal more, one goal less. They lost the game, fam. Like, that's really what it came down to. In the Wolves, they also got a red card as well. One of the bench players. Not even, my man wasn't even on the pitch. He was on the bench and he got a red card. But it be what it be, fam. This stuff does happen. The last and final fixture on Saturday for matchday 28 in the Premier League was at Stamford Bridge when Chelsea took on Everton. This was a very interesting game, a pretty entertaining game as well. It was very close. Chelsea were maybe a little, ever so slightly noticeably better than Everton, but it wasn't by a huge amount. I think Everton, for an away day, they actually done pretty well in this game, fam. It was a 2-2 draw. I went for a 2-0 win for Chelsea. I thought Chelsea would have done their thing, fam. I thought they would have won this game, but I guess not. João Felix, on the day, I think he was having himself a good game. He was looking a real threat, and that's something, in my opinion, that's something I haven't really seen from João Felix since he's, stepped in a Chelsea shirt. So that was pretty entertaining to see. Got himself a good goal as well on the left foot. Yeah, it was a great game. But the biggest moment of this match was indeed in the 89th minute when Sims took his goal pretty well, fam. I believe his first ever goal for Everton. I mean, what a moment, what a time to get a goal, fam. I think Everton, they'll be looking at this result and being like, yes, we got a point. It was a precious 1 point. Chelsea, in slight disappointment, fam. They should have gotten the 3 points, but they still remain undefeated, so that is something to smile about. The last and final fixture to conclude matchday 28 in the Premier League was, of course, at the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal took on Crystal Palace. A brilliant 4-1 victory for Arsenal. If you guys saw my previous video, you knew, like, my hands were tied, fam. I couldn't decide if it was an Arsenal win, a loss, or a draw. I had my mind, or I thought I had my mind set on the 2-0 win for Arsenal, and then last minute I changed it to 1-1. And it was the complete opposite of that, fam. I think for the most part, Arsenal did play pretty well. I would say the first 25 minutes, up until really Martinelli scored that goal. It did take them a little time, fam. They weren't really looking all that. And speaking of Martinelli, a brilliant goal from him on the left foot, right across the goal. That was redemption, fam, from missing that penalty in the Europa League. Really good for him, fam. But Bukayo Saka had the game of his life. 2 goals and an assist. My man is the best winger in the world right now, fam. No question about it. He has double figures in both goals and assists, and the first and only player to have that right now in the Premier League. He is a very special player, man. Only problem that I really saw from Arsenal was the fact that they conceded a goal, which was really disappointing to see. They should have kept that clean sheet. They need to tighten up in the back, fam. They have vulnerability in the back. However, I do think Rob Holding had a fantastic game, fam. It was a really, really good performance from my man. As for Crystal Palace, I didn't expect too much from them, fam, if I'm being honest. I did say maybe they get a result from this, but for me, the thing that blew it was the fact that they sacked man like Patrick Vieira, fam, right before this fixture. Not the wisest of choices, but it be what it be, fam. I think on the day, their best player probably was Elise, fam. I think he was looking the part ever so slightly. I don't think Zaha had a good game, fam. He was just all over the place. Aside from that, very briefly, we did indeed have some FA Cup action over the weekend. We had Man City take on Burnley, fam. 6-0 win, fam, for Man City. Man like Erling Haaland scoring a hat-trick. 7 goals, bro, in 2 games, fam. Take that in, fam. 7 goals in 2 games. This guy, bro, he's a cyborg, bro. It's absolutely unreal. After that, we of course had Man United versus Fulham. What a game this was. However, Fulham absolutely bottled this game. They would have definitely knocked out United from the FA Cup. They just needed to hold on to their composure for a little bit longer, fam. Just a little bit longer, and they would have won this game. But Marco Silva, Fulham manager, got a red card. Willian for that handball incident, which I can understand. I understand why you would do that. He got a red card, and then Mitrovic for getting in the ref's face, and I think they shoved him and all that stuff. He also got a red card, and that just helped Man United come back, bro. Absolutely embarrassing for Fulham. They should have won this game. And Man United are now on to the semifinals. But just like Man City, they are now on to the semifinals of the FA Cup. So, ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars as both FA Cup semifinal fixtures will take place on April 22nd. Manchester City taking on Sheffield and Brighton taking on Man United. Both should be very interesting. Both should be very tough. Sheffield, from what I'm aware, they're doing some good stuff in the Championship, and then Brighton, they've been good in the Premier League, and in the FA Cup, from what I've seen, they've been okay as well. So I think both fixtures should be really interesting. I would be really delighted, very delighted, to see Man City versus Man United in the FA Cup final, fam. That would be absolutely sick. But anyways, fam, I hope you lot did enjoy. If you did, like always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and let me know in the comments down below what match you enjoyed the most, what player played the best, what goal was your favorite, all that stuff in the comments down below. What did you make of the FA Cup? Also, it is now officially, unfortunately, it's officially now the international break. However, coming back from the international break should be really, really exciting, as the countdown does officially begin, bro. We have 10 more matches left in the Premier League until someone is officially crowned Champions of England. So please stick around, fam. And yeah, like always, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic, and I will see you guys soon.